So, truth be told, we don't know if there's a heaven and hell. We have no idea whatsoever. So, the whole Osiris story, where Osiris is ruler of the underworld and he's measuring whether you are good or bad with the heart and the feather. And if you're bad, you're going to be eaten up by a monster. And if you're good, you're going to have a good afterlife. Pure propaganda. It's pure propaganda, and propaganda is used to make people do right or believe a certain way. And it was very effective, apparently. So it's quite clear that that whole Osiris thing, rule of the underworld, is propaganda. Now we come to the Isis Osiris Horus story, the Horus, virgin birth, right? It's propaganda as well. Now, from my understanding of the story, now I believe that Moses and Jesus Christ are one and the same. I believe that they're one and the same. So the story, and that's who Akhenaten is. Akhenaten is not only Moses, he's also Jesus Christ as well. Now, the story is that, there was a child that was left at the palace. Remember the Moses story, a child was left at the palace. So the royal couple, they adopted that child, but that child was not of royal lineage. He was not of royal lineage, so they had to make him of royal lineage. What are they going to do? Oh, well, they concocted that story about Osiris cutting off the penis and stuff like that, and then inserting it into herself, and then all of a sudden she's birthed with a child. She has a child, right? Now he's of royal lineage. Now he can become a king, because I believe that, Jesus, what we call Jesus nowadays, but that obviously wasn't his real name, he was an actual king. And we know that Akhenaten was in Thebes, and then eventually he left with his people to go into the wilderness to go somewhere else. So that's the story of Moses. But then also, we know that Akhenaten believed in God. He believed in the sun. He's supposed to be the first monotheist, but he really wasn't, because the ancient Egyptians did believe in the hidden one. They call him Amun, I think, but they believed in the hidden one that's above everybody else. So when they talk about their gods, Egyptologists talk about gods, they're talking about their ancestors. They're referring to their ancestors. They believed in one main god. But Akhenaten, the reason why they didn't like him is because it's like, you're saying that the sun is God, and you can only get to God through him, apparently, through Akhenaten. Akhenaten will, you have to go through Akhenaten in order to get to the sun. That's basically what he was preaching as well. So it's the same thing as Jesus Christ, right? It's the same thing as Jesus Christ. So that's why I say that they're one and the same. And we know that the Catholic Church is pretty much a sun cult, and the cross is based on the sun. Rising in the east, going into its highest point, setting in the west, and then falling back down again. The cross is all about the sun. And then various crosses, you'll see circles, which is the sun. So it's all about the sun. But what I'm trying to say is that all propaganda. It's not real. The virgin birth is not real. It's propaganda. It didn't happen. But back then, people believed it. People believed it because they have a certain mindset back then. They believed that story, and then there's other people that just took that story and made it seem that it was factual, when it really, really wasn't. But it just goes to show you how powerful propaganda really is.